Hi, welcome. This is another mathematics session. And in this session, we are going to cover trigonometric equations, which is in the form of a cosine theta plus b sine theta equals to c. So with this kind of trigonometric identity, dear students, we have two approaches. You will either use T formula or we use this form r cosine theta plus or minus alpha, or r sine theta plus or minus alpha. And we are using all these two forms to make sure that the equation, this trigonometric equation, is going to be solvable. So with T formula, if I have to use T formula, starting with T formula, so having a cosine theta plus b sine theta equals to c, the T formula corresponding to cosine theta is 1 minus t square over 1 plus t square, and in this case actually t equals to tan theta over 2, while sine theta is 2t over 1 plus t square with the same definition of t. So going to this formula here now, over here I'll be having now a 1 minus t square over 1 plus t square, that is a cosine theta, plus b, be taken now b times 2t over 1 plus t square equals to c. And this formula here now, you can see that the quadratic equation you're going to get here is going to be solvable, so we'll be solving for t. So I'll be having actually a 1 minus t square plus 2bt equals to c in the bracket 1 plus t square. You rearrange your equation in such a way that you have a very good quadratic equation. So I'll be having actually a minus at square plus 2bt equals to c plus ct square. Collecting like terms, so I'll be having a plus c t square if I have to take this to the other side, and then minus 2bt plus c minus a equals to 0. So this is quadratic equation which you can use now to find the value of t, and from there you can get the required angles. So to see an example, going to an example, solve 5 cosine theta minus 2 sine theta equals to 2 with 0 less or equal to theta, and theta is less or equal to 360 degrees. So we are going to use t substitution method. We'll be saying by using substitution, t equals to tan theta over 2. So remember the t formula for cosine. We said that cosine theta is 1 minus t square over 1 plus t square, while sine theta, I'll just say remember, while sine theta will be 2t over 1 plus t square. Now substituting back to the equation, you'll be having now 5 multiplied by 1 minus t square over 1 plus t square minus 2 minus 2t over 1 plus t square, it will be equal to 2. Rearranging the equation, will be having k will be having 5 1 minus t square minus 4t equals to 2 in the bracket 1 plus t square. You simplify further your equation, will be having 5 minus 5t square minus 4t equals to 2 plus 2t square. And in this stage now we'll be collecting like terms. So collecting like terms, I'll be having 7t square. So this is 7t square plus 4t minus 3 equals to 0. So we are going to solve this quadratic equation. 7t square plus 7t minus 3t minus 3, get it, that is split in the middle term. So 7t t plus 1 minus 3t plus 1 equals to 0. You'll be having now 7t minus 3 and t plus 1 equals to 0. So 7t minus 3 will be 0, or t plus 1 equals to 0. Solving for t, t will be 3 over 7, or t will be negative 1. T will be negative 1. Now the fact that t is negative 1 and 3 over 7, we'll be now finding tan inverse. Remember that t equals to tan theta over 2. So I'll be saying that theta over 2 will be tan inverse of 3 over 7, or theta over 2 equals to tan inverse of negative 1. So I'll be finding all angles corresponding to theta over 2, but remember the interval, that theta is between 0 and 360. Don't forget this interval. So to proceed with the question, we have now tan inverse of tan inverse of 3 over 7. Shift tan 3 over 7. You have 23 degrees. So we're taking theta over 2 equals to either 23 degrees or theta over 2. This will be the angle in the third quadrant, which is 180 plus 23. You get 203 degrees. To get theta, you multiply now by 2, be getting 46 or 460, dear students. Coming to the to the other side, will be having theta over 2 will be equal to 270. Oh, an apology. Theta over 2, we are talking of angle in second quadrant and also angle in fourth quadrant. So theta over 2 will be 135 degrees, or angle in fourth quadrant, which means I'll be taking 360 minus 45, which is 315 degrees. So you multiply by 2, actually theta will be 270 degrees. The other one will be a bit huge number, so there is not using that, or 630 degrees. So therefore, theta equals to 46 degrees, or theta is 270 degrees. So that is solution for the question in our hand, and we use the T formula now to solve the question. Coming to the second stage. Now coming to the other form, where we are going to have now a cosine theta. We'll be having a cosine theta plus b sine theta equals to c, expressed in a form of r cosine theta plus or minus alpha, or r sine theta plus or minus alpha. So what we are going to do, I'll be taking, for example, the first one, a cosine theta plus b sine theta, and we want to express this in the form of r cosine theta plus alpha. Okay, so for we to be able to do this, we are going to expand r cosine theta plus alpha, and in our hand now we'll be having actually r cosine theta cosine alpha minus r sine alpha sine theta sine alpha, that will be equal to c. I prefer to maintain plus or minus as well, so that now we'll be comparing with comparison r cosine alpha, this is going to be equal to a, and r sine alpha is equal to b. So you square both sides. Actually, a square plus b square will be having r square in the bracket sine square alpha plus cos square alpha. And you know that sine square alpha plus cosine square alpha, this is 1. So a square plus b square, this is going to be equal to r square. And so eventually be having r is always square root of a square plus b square. And also, what about alpha? From the two equations, this being the first equation and the second equation, taking r sine alpha divided by r cosine alpha, this will be equal to b over a, and this actually give us tan alpha equals to b over a. And with tan alpha being equals to b over a, it means alpha now will be tan inverse of b over a. So simply, as we can see, we can now transform this equation equals to c to equation r cosine theta plus or minus tan inverse of b over a. So this angle will be known here, but we know that r will be square root of a square plus b square, dear students. So actually being able to express this formula into this form, it will be very easy for we to determine even the maximum or minimum value of the expression in our hand. So let us proceed with example. So we're gonna say, consider this to be example 2. The question is, express 3 cosine theta minus 4 sine theta in the form in the form of r cosine theta minus alpha. So let us express this expression here into other form we have. So simply we are going to expand this, and the expansion we are going to do, I'll be taking r cosine theta cosine alpha plus r sine alpha sine theta. I'll compare this with 3 cosine theta minus 4 sine theta. So by comparison, you can see that r cosine alpha, this is equal to 3, and r sine alpha equals to positive 4. From these two expressions here, dear students, you can see that sine alpha over cosine alpha will be 4 over 3. So tan alpha actually is 4 over 3. And from here, we can see that alpha is tan inverse of 4 over 3, which is 53 degrees. What about r? Of course, r will be square root of 3 square plus 4 square. R will be square root of 25, which is equal to 5. So we have r already in our hand, and we have also the angle in our hand. So we can conclude that therefore 3 cosine theta minus 4 sine theta, this is equal to 5 cosine theta minus 53 degrees. We have managed to express the quadratic expression in the required form. The next question, example, we are going to call this example 3. And with example 3, find the maximum and minimum value of and minimum value of 24 sine theta minus 7 cos theta. So we are going to find the minimum and maximum value of this expression. Remember, we said one of the significance of expressing a function into form of r cosine alpha plus or minus theta or otherwise is to be able to find the maximum or minimum value of the function. So we are going to find the maximum or minimum value of the function, and I'm going to equate this with either sine or cosine. So I'll be saying that solution, I'll be equating 24 sine theta minus 7 cosine theta. This, let it be equal to r sine theta minus alpha. So let us expand this, and this is equivalent to r sine theta cosine alpha minus r sine alpha cosine theta. and this is 24 sine theta minus 7 cosine theta. So when you compare the two expressions, comparing the two, we see that r cosine alpha, this is equal to 24, and r sine alpha, this is equal to 7. And so r will be square root of 24 square plus 7 square. 24 square, you add 7 square, is 600, and this is equal to square root of 625. So you get r equals to 25. What about alpha? Of course, alpha will be equal to tan inverse of 7 over 24. So you'll be finding tan inverse of 7 over 24, which is 16.3 degrees. Okay, now we can simply now see here that the expression is equivalent to r, which is 25. Then you have sine of theta minus 16.3 degrees. So remember, maximum value of sine, maximum value when you have sine theta, it is positive 1, and minimum value, this is when you have sine theta, then you have negative 1. So from here we can see that maximum value is 25, maximum value is 25, and minimum value is negative 25, dear students. Minimum value is negative 25. And you can find the value of angles in which we have maximum or minimum values. So I'll do this question using this perspective. Now, if maximum value is 25, which angle theta will give us actually 25? So I'll be taking actually sine theta minus 16.3 degree. This is going to be equal to 1. So theta minus 16.3 equals to 90 degrees. So theta will be 90 plus 16.3. When you add, of course, we're going to see that 160 degrees, of course 160.3 degrees. This is the angle which will give maximum value. So this is the angle which will give maximum value. And what about minimum value? So be taking sine of theta minus 16.3 degrees. I'll be equating this with negative 1. So which angle inverse of negative 1, sine inverse of negative 1, so theta minus 16.3 degree, sine is negative in third and fourth quadrant. So you're talking of, for this case actually, you're talking of 270 degrees. So that theta will be 270 degree plus 16.3 degrees. When you add 270 plus 16.3, you get 286.3 degrees. This angle here will give us actually angle given minimum value. So that is all regarding the part of quadratic equations, an apology, trigonometric equations of the form a cosine theta plus b sine theta equals to c. The coming session, we are going to solve some other questions related to this part, so that we are going to strengthen our understanding, dear students. So if it is your first time to be here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Continue following this content so that you learn, with the good proficiency, the mathematics. See you in the next video.